Iran took center stage during two separate high-profile visits by Israeli leaders to the US and the UAE. According to a report, during his visit to Washington, Israeli President Reuven Rivlin warned Joe Biden that the US's plan to reduce troops in West Asia will benefit Iran. The report added that Rivlin raised concerns over Tehran's attempts to form alliances with countries located in the Arabian Peninsula. Rivlin also hailed Biden's statement, saying that he will not tolerate Iran having its own nuclear weapons.
I must say that we found a real great friend to Israel, and I'm very much satisfied by his announcement that he is going to look that there would be no nuclear weapon in the Middle East once we are talking about Iran, and that he's going to invite the Prime Minister of Israel in the very next days in order to find a way to cooperate, to exchange ideas about the necessities once we are talking about what is happening in the Middle East and what is happening between us and our neighbors.
Let's now tell you a little bit more about the UAE, where Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid inaugurated the Israeli embassy. The Emirates and Israel normalized ties last year as part of the US-brokered Abraham Accords. And taking a dig at Iran, Lapid said that West Asia is Israel's home and its neighbors should understand that Israel is not going anywhere.
Israel wants peace with its neighbors, with all its neighbors. We aren't going anywhere. The Middle East is our home, and we are here to stay. So we call on all the countries of the region to recognize that and to come to talk to us.
Now, for more on this, Jody Cohen gets us this next report from Jerusalem. Listen in.
Israel has seen two very important international visits over the past 2 days, with President Rivlin on his last official foreign trip visiting the US, and alternate Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Yair Lapid visiting the UAE. One key theme is emerging from both these visits, and that is Iran. Both Israel and the UAE are very concerned about negotiations on reviving the Iran nuclear deal signed by President Obama, which they felt did not go far enough in preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons. They will welcome President Biden's reassurances that that won't happen on his watch. President Rivlin is also said to have expressed concern that US plans to draw down troops in the Middle East would make moderate Arab nations forge closer ties with Iran. Despite the concerns about Iran, the two trips have been very positive.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.